welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies going into 2026 with some intention.
Yes, I'm trying to get my energy back up because the end of 2025 was a lot. And then I had a couple weeks off work, and re-entry into work has been a lot. So
I don't know where to dredge. I feel like I have to dredge it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to dredge up that energy from somewhere. Yeah. Where is it going to come from?
I have no idea because it's like I'm not looking forward to anything right now and per se, it's just like, oh, we're in the gloom of gray now. There's no big holidays coming. I've been working on plans for the year. Like I've been setting some intentions for this next year for like what I want my life to look like, but none of that has come to fruition yet. So it's just
it's the beginning of the year.
It's still early. We're going to still make it happen.
Let's talk about, I want to hear what your intentions are.
Well, the big one for me is just like, I just want to spend more time with friends this year and keep building relationships. So I had said last year to myself, it's really important to me to spend like 2 to 3 days a week doing stuff with people. So whether that's doing dinner or going to lunch or having a brunch, it doesn't always have to be food.
I was just going to say those are all meals.
Or but there's something about that. Yeah,
that's
just the excuse to get together.
A good way to connect for sure.
If we did a grocery store run together or did errands or whatever it is, I was being pretty successful with scheduling that type of thing. And then it just kind of like puttered off a little bit. And then I was in like house buying mode and then it's been in house mode. I'm like, I need to bring that back because it brings me so much joy and it fills my cup so much to like get to see my people a few times a week. And it's so hard because like once you get into how it is, like you're in the day-to-day schedule, you're doing the work and the whatever activities you do. And I can't even imagine with kids, the added extra of that.
Yeah.
And it's just
and all their activities.
Yeah. It's just every day's planned out. And then it's like, you look up and you're like, oh, I haven't talked to anybody, really had a good conversation with anybody for a couple of weeks. I'm like, I don't want that. So that is a huge intention of mine of like really not only like spending time with people, but really narrowing in on the people that I want to like develop better relationships with. Either like we're just acquaintances now and I want to move us to like, I like to do the circles of the rings. I was
wondering, are you going to do you write this down? Do you write people's names down and like decide who you're going to target?
I mean,
so to speak, like say I'm going to be intentional with X, Y, Z, these people.
So
because
I use like a bullseye. So it's like my core people and then like the rings out all the way down to like acquaintance. I would say like past acquaintance is like work acquaintance. So it's like, I see you at work and that's it. Nice. It's hello. Yeah. So I like to reevaluate that often and just like, okay, who needs to like move closer to the inner circle? Who needs to like maybe move out? Who needs to be erased off the board because we're just not there anymore? But I think it's a valuable exercise to see like, where do I want to invest my time? Because it is limited. We only have so much bandwidth and time and energy and there's a lot going on. And it's like, I want to make sure that I'm utilizing that to the best of my ability instead of just like, I want to say I'm wasting it on people, but there are definitely like interactions I walk away from like nothing was gained from that, or nothing that wasn't a productive use of my time. And that's not to hurt anybody's feelings or, whatever. People feel the same about me. And I think it's better to be real with each other and be like, hey, this friendship has concluded. Or, hey, like we're in a different stage of relationship now and we don't need to spend as much time together. Or, hey, we need to spend a lot more time together. So,
yeah. That's really cool that you do that.
Yeah.
That you think about that.
Yeah. Being intentional with your friends.
Yeah. It makes me think about doing that exercise myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's very telling because if you just don't, for me, I don't like to think about it that deep. I just like to start penciling the names in and stuff. And it's interesting what, for me at least, like where people land.
Yeah.
And how like, oh, I thought I was way closer to that person. But now when I take a step back and look at it, I'm like, oh, we actually haven't been close for a couple years. Or, oh, like this person, I maybe put them as an acquaintance. I'm like, I tell them my deepest, darkest secrets. So I need to, put them closer to inner circle. So I don't know. It's just a fun exercise.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my intentions is that I intend to get stronger. I really want to feel physically like I'm strong and like I'm not getting weaker as I get older, or I'm not getting less mobile as I get older, because it feels a lot more comfortable to be less, like just to kind of, I don't know, not be so active. But I don't feel like that is really what I need. I feel like I actually want to continue to be what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to deteriorate.
Absolutely.
I want to get stronger and feel like I am capable of, carrying things and bending over and picking up stuff or whatever it is, like as I get older, because those kind of skills are, I think if you don't use it, you kind of lose it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And so I want to be intentional about that. And I feel like I've been kind of like in maintenance mode with my Peloton at home, and it's been good, but I want a little bit more. I want something different that I think is going to be more helpful.
Absolutely.
When it comes to like weights.
Well, they say that's so
strength
important
training
for like women our age too, to not lose like bone and muscle mass and all that crap.
Yeah. So I did sign up for a gym membership that's really close to my house, because I was trying to think it through, like, is this realistic? Because I love not having to drive anywhere. And I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing at home, but I don't feel like I'm being very consistent with the weight part. And I had this idea in my head, like I could just do a circuit that's kind of set with like machines, that would be something that
would be helpful.
Could be helpful to me. And I was like, okay, I drop off my daughter pretty much every single day at school, and there is a gym like right there. So I'm not adding any drive time to my life, because I'm already driving that. I was like, okay, all I have to do is put my gym clothes on before I take her, instead of taking her in my pajamas. I can do that. And then I can stop on the way home and do a 30-minute circuit, and it's going to, I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work, because I was like, I really wanted to go to this other gym, but that's going to be a 15-minute drive away. And for whatever reason, that is like a barrier.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So that's my intention. I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to use the machines, and I'm going to get stronger.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. I intend to do that.
Yes. Yes. Well, I intend to have more fun this year.
I love this one.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm a fun person sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. Like I have to be in the right mood, right setting, right people, and then I'm fun. I can say funny things. I can have a good time, put on a little show, okie dokie. But in my everyday life, I'm not that fun, because I have to be responsible for a lot of things, and I don't know what happened to me.
I'm just smiling right now. Keep going.
I always have this fantasy of like, I want to be the girl at the party on the table, having fun, carefree, enjoying life.
I want to see that.
But that's not me. You know what I mean? That's like inauthentic to who I am. Like that would never be me, because I'd be thinking about, okay, how much weight does this table have? Is it good support? Am I going to fall? How do I get off the table once I'm on it? Are my shoes on? Because that's disgusting. Now I'm going to have to wash the table after I get off of it. What am I wearing? There's a lot of factors to being that person that person that is that person doesn't think about. The person that jumps on a table doesn't think about like, oh, my shoes are on. Like they don't think about, they're just in the moment. I cannot live that way.
Do you know anybody who does jump on tables?
I mean, not now because we're old.
Have you ever seen anybody do that?
No, but it's that whole like, it's the carefree person, the person at the party that's going to like make a fool of themselves or just do something, silly and fun. And sometimes they like are a little bit like pulling focus, which I don't like to do that either. And I get annoyed with that. So that's another problem. Yeah. But it's just that whole notion of just being able to like let go and be free. I remember one time I was in Chicago, and this was in college. And at the time I had a roommate, and she was a dance major. And so she had all these dance friends. And I had been a dancer growing up, and I was somewhat theatrical just by nature, but not in the theater program. But there's like a theater kids and all this stuff. And we're out and we're walking around, and all of a sudden, like, it's like out of a movie. Like we're going up these steps, and it's like dusk, and the kids are starting to dance, and somebody starts singing a little bit. And I wanted to be free to be like, woohoo too, like do a little turn, but could not do it. Because I just couldn't. Like it was like a barrier. And it's same with like even going, like I love dance classes, and at my old gym, I used to like to do the like little dance sessions and the Zumbas and things like that.
Yeah.
And I remember going to one class and this woman is just letting go and she's whipping her hair around and she's throwing her arms and she looks like she's having the most fun ever. And I'm like, I would love to do that. And I tried to do a little bit. And I was like, absolutely not. Like I immediately like shelled up. And I don't know why I'm like that. I mean, I can guess after years of therapy, but it's just like, I want to be able to like let my inhibitions down a little bit and just like, especially when it comes to like being in a fitness class or even at home when I do like my little Apple Fitness like dance stuff, I'm not really like fully like, it's like somebody's in the room watching me and I'm feeling a little bit like apprehensive. And I'm like, that I don't want that. You know, I just want to be free to just have fun and whatever that looks like. So whether it be like singing karaoke and like not being afraid to sing and, you know, which I didn't used to have, but now I do. And anyway, I just am trying to have more fun. And I think a lot of that is just like I'm tightly wound because of being responsible for lots of people for many years. And now I'm just like not going to be responsible anymore. I'm going to show my tatas, you know? It's like geriatric millennials gone wild.
Yeah. Okay. I am here for this.
Yeah.
I am so here for this, Beth. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how it's going to look.
I was going to say, could we do something fun?
I don't know.
Like soon?
I mean, maybe we'll have to talk about it. I'm also like last year I was challenged to be more spontaneous and I've been trying, not successful, you know?
I wonder, have you considered taking a pole dancing class?
I had thought about it, but I don't want to because I think I would feel awkward. And then also I'm like, I don't have to sanitize the pole and I
feel like you should just do an intro class. I don't know. I
think I would do the not the pole class, but like the sexy dancing class. But the thing, you went to one of those classes and I was going to go and then I didn't. And then I was happy that I didn't go because it was way too interactive. And I'm like, I need to know what I'm getting. Like, I want to do the thing, but I don't want to have to like partner up with people. I don't want anybody, like there's like a hip hop adult class in town that I'm like, that'd be so fun to go. But they're always recording the class and putting it on social media. I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
That is going to clam me up. Like I will not feel free because I'm looking at the people in the class going like, I wouldn't dance on the internet like that. And that's a horrible judgment on my part because they're just having fun. But I'm like, but I wouldn't do that because I don't want to look awkward and weird when I'm learning something and then have it like posted as somebody's content.
Either.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a slippery slope being spontaneous and fun. So we're gonna give it a go though.
It's a slippery slope. You just have to like take the first step.
I know, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying, Jayme.
I'm glad. I'm processing, thinking like
we'll come up with
in
something.
This moment. Okay, obviously, at least in mine, maybe it's not obvious, but at the beginning of the year, you kind of I feel like I'm being bombarded by, which is probably why I, signed up for the gym and stuff like that, is because I'm being bombarded on my social media feed by like meal prepping and like weight loss and all this stuff, which like, and it's specifically targeted to me because it's like women over 40, women over 40, women in perimenopause, in perimenopause, da-da-da-da-da. You need this much protein and fiber and control your insulin and like blah, 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 blah. And okay, I'm sure there's like good in all of that stuff. But it is having an effect on me because I do recognize that my life would flow easier if I did do some meal prepping in advance, which I do a lot of. So I do my grocery shopping for the most part, have it delivered to my house. I plan when I'm going to cook like dinners.
Yeah.
But my intention for 2026 is that I'm going to have my lunches prepped. Because that's always kind of like I never have a plan for that. And so it's just like finding leftovers or just throwing something together or eating something quick that isn't necessarily what I actually want to be eating. But it's because I'm not planning
for it. Yeah.
And I need to do that. And that is, I want to do it. So that's another like intention / hope for this year, that I will get better at actual like lunch prep as well.
I'm going to piggyback on that comment just real quick. It's just that concept of like setting yourself up for success is such a great thing. Like when I set when past me sets up future me for success, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's
and
like,
I'm always so thankful. Yeah.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you yesterday, Beth.
Yeah. And I was like, thank you former Beth that like made a list and made a plan.
Yeah.
And like present Beth wasn't doing any of that. And future Beth is really going to reap the rewards.
Yep.
One of my big intentions for this year that is driving me insane is making this house into a home, which I feel like we have talked about this, but it is overwhelming because every single space needs to have something done to it. And on top of that, I still have to do the daily chores of cooking and cleaning and cats. And, I'm trying to be more intentional this year with stuff. So I'm starting to have like ladies' nights at my house. That's been a big thing. I want to entertain more and all of these things, but that takes energy, effort, planning. And then I'm like, yeah, but my bathroom is still like unpainted and not cute. Like my home is not cute right now and it's not me at all. And I really was procrastinating even putting my art up or anything like that because I'm like going to just have to take it down and I don't know where I want it to go. And it was kind of in the way because I have a lot of big pieces. And so I finally was just like, one day I just started hammering and like putting up nails and just randomly putting up art in places just to get it off the floor so that I could start like doing other things.
Yeah.
And at least it makes it feel like it's not completely like white space anymore, but I really want this to feel like my home. Like, and I really want it to be a visual representation of me. And I love to have my windows open and I want when my neighbors are being nosy and they're peeking in, they're like, that woman has great taste. And I'm like, I know, like this has been in the works for years, but it's just like, it's overwhelming how much needs to happen. And
yeah, well, we were talking earlier before we started recording about that, how it's not just one room, it's the entire house and it's every single closet within those rooms. I mean, it's a big project to kind of redecorate the entire house.
Well, and just, I'm still unpacking. Like I moved in the late October and I'm still unpacking. Like I thought during the holidays, I'll have time off work. I'm going to unpack. No, it was the holidays and I was doing other stuff. And just a few days ago, I unpacked like 6 boxes of stuff, which was shocking because I'm like, how do you still have so much stuff? But I was finding all kinds of great things in there, but I was just like, where do I put this now? And I think the hardest thing is like a lot of stuff just feels temporary right now. Like, okay, I'm temporarily putting this here in the hopes in the future this will be different. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But
yeah, it's just going to take time. It's a long process.
And I'm trying to enjoy the journey instead of like rushing. And like, I moved in and like within a week or two, I was like getting paint chips and like putting samples up on the wall without really having lived in the space. I'm like, you're a live in the space girl. Like you need to live in the space. You need to get the vibe because like, originally like I wanted the podcast area in one space and now I moved it to a different space and I'm trying to figure all that out. And I'm so thankful that I didn't start painting yet because I know I'd already been changing colors. But anyway, all that to say is my intention is to make this feel like home and I'm doing my best at it. And I'm trying to not let my like, overzealous type A personality, get it done, perfectionist stuff come out. And I'm trying to realize like my friends are not going to judge me for not having a beautifully, architectural digest house day one. And I just need to take a breath and enjoy. But it's really hard because I just want to like close my eyes and have it be like done.
Yeah. Well, we all want that.
Yes. It's the fantasy. That's the fantasy.
Okay, so last year I started learning how to be a lead in dance. And so I did take some classes in bachata as a lead. And I want to branch out this year and I want to learn how to lead salsa.
Okay.
This is going to be a challenge because I find salsa very difficult as a follow. And I just imagine it's going to be even more difficult as a lead. So I think it's going to be hard, but I want to do it. So I intend to learn how to do that this year so that by this time next year, I feel pretty good about leading that kind of dance. So yeah, that's one of mine.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
One of my big ones, and it's been on my list for a few years now, but it's just to live more fully. Because again, I get into the minutia of life where I just don't stop to look up at times and I get hyper focused on like, I'm just working on the podcast. I'm like, well, you've worked on it for 5 hours and didn't take a drink of water, go to the bathroom. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I want to live more fully. Like I have a friend that I work with and I love it because like on the weekends, she goes and does stuff. Like she's been to more of Washington than I've been in Washington. And she's been here for like 6 years and I've been here most of my life, and she's always like taking little road trips and like making plans. And I have another group of friends and they're always traveling. Like they're always like, what's our next adventure? Not that that it just has to be travel. Like I have another friend that like they do multiple book clubs. They do, they go to cooking classes. There's all these like really cool activities and events out there. And I'm just like, why aren't you doing anything? And so I'm like, it's poor planning, number one, because I'm not thinking at all about it. And then I'm like, I should do something this weekend. And it's like, okay, well, that's been sold out for 3 weeks, or it's too late to try to like make plans to like travel to Portland at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Like that's just not reality. So I'm just trying to be like, okay, how do we want to live our lives more fully? I did see a TikTok that I really liked, and this girl was setting her intentions for the years, and she just picked like I think it was like 6 different areas, and she put 6 things in those areas for that year. And like one of them was travel, one of them was like solo, romantic, and friend dates, like activities she wanted to do. One of them was like financial things. And so it was just kind of like a hobbies to try like all these different things. And she just had 6 under each category. So I kind of did that this year a little bit in setting like my life more fully intentions, which is great because like I made a list of places I want to travel this year. And I'm like, this is great because now I know. And I saw another TikTok, even though I was supposed to be on a TikTok hiatus. And I love those big, huge like calendars that are the year-long calendars that you can put up on your wall and like map out your year. I got one a few years ago from Etsy, and it was kind of expensive because I wanted one that was cute. I didn't want just like the Avery calendar wipe off board. But it was kind of expensive. And then once it's on the wall, I'm like, it's huge. So I was like, okay. Well, I saw this girl and she bought one of those like gator board, poster board things that the kids use, like that has like the 2 panels on the side that fold into the one big panel. And all she did, she just printed the calendar off on like normal like computer paper. And she just like taped them to the board, and it made this awesome board that you could collapse. That's huge, but you can collapse it and put it in a closet or something after you're done using it. So I've been mapping out my whole year of like, okay, I want to go to this, get a facial every quarter. So I've been putting on like the calendar about what time I'm going to do that. I've been putting like my monthly massage on there. I've been putting like starting to pencil in like, this is kind of when I think I want to travel to this place or to that place. So that's been awesome. Super helpful to like visualize the year and start really mapping it out. So it's like, I get decision fatigue super easily because typically at work, it's just like I'm getting asked questions all the time. I'm having to make choices all the time, all day long. So sometimes even when I come home at night, I don't even want to decide what I want to have for dinner because I've made so many decisions. Like I don't care. Like I just want to be numb. Mm-hmm. So I love that I can look at January and like, okay, well, there's 5 events on my calendar that I've already looked at because I went through like, all the online calendars of like local events and stuff. I put them on there, and now I can sit down when I have like a little bit of time, like, okay, I need to buy tickets for that. I want to take that trip in March. I need to look at the flights for that. So it just kind of like, it gets where it's like visual for me. I'm like, oh, I know what I need to do now, and I'm not having to think of what I need to do. So anyway,
I like that
fully living my life. Yeah. I'm just going to be out in the streets. I mean, and by out in the streets, I mean like at restaurants and going to like museums, but just out there having fun.
Sounds like I'm out in the streets.
Yeah.
So similarly to living fully, I want to be present more because I feel like I get on, I scroll too much. Mm-hmm. I scroll too much, and I don't want that to be my life. I don't want that to be how, I don't want to spend that much time just being, it's like being sucked away. Like it's just sucked away.
Absolutely.
It's gone.
Doom scrolling. Yeah.
I've got nothing to show for it. I don't really have anything in my mind, like brain that I like learned or did. Like, it's not something that you consume and then it really benefits you.
Yeah, like you're not taking it into the life and then be like, oh, I've changed these things because of this.
I definitely get inspired by some things. When I'm doom scrolling or will, get ideas and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a waste of my time. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be doing that, particularly like with when my kids are around and when I have the option to spend time or do something with them, even though they don't always necessarily want to do something with me. I just want to be available and more present and not be in some other like internet world.
I hear you.
Even when I'm right next to them, like, or wherever I am.
It is amazing how the algorithm will just suck you in. And I agree. I think I just gave a couple examples. I get great stuff off of social media all the time, but a lot of the time it's when I'm being intentional with it and I'm like looking something up or I'm like seeking something. It's that sitting and like, I'll just get on for a minute. And then I've just been scrolling for an hour and I don't remember what I even looked at. And some of it was like, I leave in a funky place because it wasn't content I really want to see. And yeah, I like that one of like taking a step back and like being more present. So I'm having that on my list too.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. I don't like to set a lot of goals at the top of the year because I don't want the pressure. And I think that that's a big thing for me this year is like, I want not pressure to do any of this stuff. So even though I'm making lists and like putting things on my walls and like having intentions, I don't want to feel pressured into it. So now it becomes something I have to do instead of something I want to do.
Well, also looking back, you don't want to just feel like crap if you don't.
Yeah, like I'm a loser
if you don't
because I didn't
check
do
all
this
these
stuff.
boxes. Yeah. That's why. Well, that is partly why we are calling this intentions.
Yes, absolutely.
Which don't always equal outcome or how but if you intend, like, I think I don't know. I like the mindset of having like more of an intention, and there's nothing wrong with setting goals too, specific goals, but I'm pretty low energy at the moment when it comes to like the new year of like, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to like, take on the world, take it all on. And I'm going to do I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I mean, I did say I wanted to go to the gym and meal prep. I mean, that's plenty.
That's more than enough.
That's really a lot. And I want to learn how to lead. I mean,
that's a lot.
Slow down.
Yeah.
That's how I really feel.
We're not in our 20s anymore.
Like I just want to go in my bed. Now that I have a TV in my room, I also intend to watch more TV.
Gosh, that sounds amazing.
I want to be more present, but I also want to zone out.
Yeah. It is in this day and age, it is so hard because it's like there's so much all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not like our world has gotten any less complicated when, it switched over to 2026 from 2025.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, I need that balance of being able to escape and enjoy and like just not have to think about things and just get lost in worlds of books and movies and TV shows and be entertained and all of that, but also be like present in my life where it's like I don't wake up and be like, well, it's May now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
Right.
So, all right. Well, here's to our intentions.
Yeah, that's right. We are gonna have a better, I feel like we're gonna have a better year than we 100%. Did in 2025. I don't know, it was kind of a hard year.
If you're enjoying the podcast and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.